Hi guys, it's me again, and I really just want to mention one thing. How many of you are going to mediums to think they're gonna give you the answer on your life? A lot of people do, and a lot of people also scream to the spirit world. What am I gonna do? Please help me, give me a sign. Is this the right man for me? Is this the house I'm gonna buy? Is this the right car? Am I at the right work at the moment? Give me a sign, please help me. Oh, I book a medium. Maybe they can tell me if this is the right work for me, or if I should leave my husband or my woman or buy a new house or whatever. That's not the medium's job. It really isn't. We are here to help you help yourself. And I believe so strongly in personal responsibility. And my personal thoughts are that spirit is not going to tell you what to do with your life. They're not going to take decisions for you. Not at all. You know, you have to work your life out, and you have to work with your life, and what do you actually want with your life? And that might be very, very tricky, because at least in my own experience, my head says one thing and the heart says another thing. And when it becomes a huge problem, I don't know what's my head and what's my heart. So I'm really struggling what is going to be the right thing for me. Sometimes we stay in situations because of fear. And I talked about the animal instinct in the other video, and the animal instinct like security and comfort. They don't like change. They like to know what they're doing. And everybody has an animal instinct within us. So of course, when changes are coming into your life, there will be a fear and an insecurity there. In my back mirror now, when I reflect back on my life, I can see when I've been through the changes that they are heavy. I've been nervous. I have had a lot of anxiety and so on. But in retrospect now, when I look back, I can see that every change that has happened in my life has been to the better. So therefore today, yeah, I can have an uncomfortable feeling when change is coming into my life, but I also know it's there for a reason. And to grow as a person is not comfortable, not at all. If we want a comfortable life, we just lock ourselves in and just eat, sleep and work. You don't have to think. You just eat, sleep and work and pretend that everything is fine. But how many of us go to a work we hate? I remember I worked at an office once and I had anxiety every day I went down there. Paperwork is not my thing. Not at all. Don't understand how I ended up there, but I did. And it was the worst job I ever had. So office work is not for me. Then I was a tin and silversmith for I don't know how many years, but quite a long time. And I had my own business. I did my own collection of christening things that was distributed to all the jewelry stores in Sweden. And I also had a famous book that I could do the characters from. And I thought, this is it, I made it. But what happened was that when you do 400 pieces of plates with the same little picture on it, you get bored. And I got so bored. So it took away my creativity. And I noticed I need change. At the same time, my animal instinct says, oh, this is not what you have. Be calm, sit still in the boat, and you can just relax. But after a while, it's boring. So I know today I need challenges, even if it's uncomfortable, because that uncomfortable feeling, and when you manage to step over it, is a huge reward. And I can feel how I'm growing. I went through a very sad period when I got my Lyme disease and it hit my nervous system. I don't have a memory more or less after that. I can't still read a book. And I lost my energy and I lost my passion for my art for a very long time. I have glimpses of it now when it's coming back, and I know my immune system is working for me and I'm getting better. But I have to also accept that I might not ever coming back to who I was before and have that energy. And the funny thing is that maybe even if I didn't have that Lyme disease, I'm so old now that maybe I don't have that energy anymore. Or maybe I'm calmer within myself, so I don't have that stress factor of urgency and get going and create a lot of things. I'm quite content with my life. So who knows? Do I know myself? Well, sometimes not. But what I do know is that I'm more happy within myself than I ever been before. And it has taken a lot of ups and downs and roller coasters in my life. And like everybody has a roller coaster. Everybody faces things and so on. But I think the most important thing to me was that I refuse to feel sorry for myself. I refuse to be that victim, because it's only up to me how I want my life to be. And it's only up to me if I want to change something. I start by changing my thoughts and the way of looking at things. So sometimes it's easier, I run to a medium and they can tell me what to do. But in my opinion today, I listen inwardly. I listen to my own soul, my own spirit. That's my compass in life today. And when you are in touch with your own soul and your own spirit, you don't need advice from other mediums, because your soul has all the knowledge you need to have. It is in contact with the universe and the creation. It has limited knowledge. So if you tap into that, it will point you in the direction that you are supposed to be at. What's stopping us from listening to our soul and go in the direction we are meant to be? I can only come up with one thing, more or less, and that's fear. I have been living with so much fear, but I've also, which I'm quite proud of today, when I fear something, I usually step into it because I don't want to be a victim and I want to learn something from it. So whatever thing there is out there that scares me, it's not going to have a hold on me, and I challenge myself. And I think that's why I am where I am today. It's hard work. I'm working every day with my mind. I'm working on my thought patterns every day. And I'm trying to live here and now as much as I can, which is not always that easy, because life is going on. My father is dying. And there's been a roller coaster of guilt, how much time I should sit with him every day. Do I have to sit with him every day because he's sleeping more or less 23 or 24 hours today? And human beings, we are so great at feeling guilty. So great at feeling guilty. It's like we have to punish ourselves. And I think it's bred in a way. We are born with it, and the indoctrination. You have to be a good girl, you have to behave, and you should be like this and this and this and this. And I remember my dad said about 6-7 months ago, when I come and visit him, and he says, "Don't you have other things to do, Mia? Why are you spending so much time with me here? What's the point? It's not that fun to sit here with me." And I said, "Because I love you, Dad, and I like to spend time with you." "Yeah," he said, "but you still have your own life. Go out and live it." And I try to think about them words when I'm feeling guilty, that maybe I should have stayed another hour, things like that. And if I go back to myself, if I would end up in a hospital bed just waiting to die, I don't want my kids, my 2 sons, to sit by my side hour after hour every day, just for the sake of it, especially if I'm not aware of it. What a waste of life. And it's not that nice to see someone deteriorate as much as they do as well. So it's not a pleasant situation for anybody of us. But yes, I will continue to go there every day, because I love my dad and he's been my everything in my life. So, but now, with my mind, I don't even know where I was starting, but I think it was something about personal development. So I also believe that spirit can only take you so far if you don't look into yourself and develop and get to know yourself. Because the more you know yourself, the easier it will also be to understand the energies from the spirit world. And there's a constant learning. So to be able to understand and follow the flow with it, it's so much easier and nicer if you're comfortable within your own skin. So there you go. Anyway, I'm rambling on here, so have a nice day, a nice week, and be happy and take care of yourself. Bye.